Greetings and blessings, beautiful, beautiful mirrors. Today is a Tuesday, May 25th, 2021. It's a beautiful day. It's a magical day. It's a precious day. It's a precious moment. So this is your reminder to ground for life. Let me show you. Very simple. Just take off your shoes. Feel Mother Earth. Feel what the plants and the animals feel. Remember your home. Remember where you come from. It's really important to maintain that foundation. Also, your reminder to hydrate for life. Shout outs to the Juice Garden. Cheers to all of you. Cheers to, I know you've all seen the post, but cheers to all of you weirdos, all of you strange ones, all of you misfits that are living your life, that are honoring you and honoring all of those that know you, because that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. But being your weird, authentic, genuine self is the greatest gift you can be for you and for the rest of the world. So I honor all of you. Your next reminder, re-heart-er, is to take a breath. To center, not with words of appreciation, but your state of being in appreciation that goes beyond words. To really take those breaths. That's very simple. Just take a breath. You don't have to become studied at this. You don't have to become masterful at this. You're doing it every moment. Just take a breath and center yourself in this now. And the deliciousness of this sacredness, of this divine now. And feel how that feels. I know a lot of people say they don't want me to say this, but this is the weird me. This is who I be, right? Get addicted to you. Get infatuated, get romantic on a cosmic level with you. Because the cosmos are inside you. Oh, I just want to open the door for you. Okay, so I was opening the door for my wife. She got scared because I didn't let her know. I thought she was watching the video. That's why I thought she knew I was coming. So I startled my wife. And the lastly is to remember to play and be life. Because you can't be more of what you are. You can't be less of what you are. You are who and what you are. And a whole nother class that we can get into on that. Not even a class, just a genuine reflection, because a tree is a tree. It can't be less of a tree or more of a tree. Even if you cut off its limbs and you do everything to it, it's still that powerful tree. So just allow yourself, give yourself permission to play and be life. Like play and be. You can't take away from life. You can't add to life. You can add and take away from your experience, your relationship, your intimacy, intimacy with life, but you can't take away from life. And even when I transcend, I can't take away from life. Life will continue for eons. And that's a whole other subject. But my point is, remember to play and be life. Remember to discover, or if you already have discovered, to rekindle and reignite that relationship of your childlike nature. Because as kids, we want to be adults. As adults, we want to be children. So we're never truly satisfied because we're always chasing after the carrot, right? The carrot is to be an adult. And then as adults, it's like the carrot is to be a kid. But really, that maturity is inside of you and that childlikeness is inside of you. So it's daily surrendering to that and practicing what intuitively comes forth, because that's the intelligence. That's how you get to play more with life. Patty, blessings, great to see you. Victoria Fuquay, Juice Garden. Yes, Ali has amazing juices. And I know you're in Yuma, so let's get connected. Well, we're already connected, but let's get together, Victoria. Mwah, love you both. So, your genuine mirror message of today is really a simple one. It's really a simple one. Like, what's stopping you? And I didn't even want to write the word stopping because nothing can stop you. But I noticed that I need to use words that catch people's attention. Because really I'm going to say what's hindering you, what's distracting you, what's challenging you from being your beautiful self. And shout outs to Daniel Arroyo for that beautiful word. That be you till you're full of you self. Because when you're being you, you can't overdose on you. And I'm not saying the egotistical, the external, identical, perceptual, thought-based self. I'm talking about you just being you, what fills your heart, that of course follows the golden rule, do unto others as you would want done unto you, on a more conscious level. When you are plain being you, that is a gift to you that keeps on giving to everyone. So just a quick reminder, because I just want to come on really quick and just remind you to play and be you. You can't take away from that, and you can't add to that, but you can take away and you can add to your experience in life. Because I haven't even experienced the jewels of life. I haven't even touched the surface. And I'm so, I say this not trying to sound like a hypocrite, not trying to sound like I'm just trying to sound eloquent or whatever. People that know me, I'm going to tell you how I feel, how I be, right? I do my best to be as genuine as possible to the thought subconsciously to the thought consciously that I can consciously think, and because the subconscious is always maturing, right? It's always coming to the surface. And these beautiful flies are just loving me everywhere. So be true to you, because it doesn't matter how true you are to everyone else around you, always going to try to fill an empty void. And there's nothing wrong with being true to others, but if you're not being true to yourself, being true to others, then you're always living for validation and recognition and appreciation, not recognizing, not validating, not appreciating who you already are. Debbie Divine, great to see you. Great to see you yesterday. Shout outs to Aldo. We had amazing get together with Debbie. Get a hold of Debbie, talk to Debbie, because Debbie is doing some amazing things. Debbie, thank you for your service. I love you. So, the message. What is hindering you from being your Be-You-Til-Full self? Because if you're not being you, you're not discovering beauty. If you're getting distracted by what's beautiful outside of you, your perspectives are always going to transform. Think about what was beautiful 10 years ago. Think what was beautiful 50 years ago. Think what was beautiful 100 years ago. And I'll be going into another video on that, so stay tuned, because that's a whole nother subject. Is we get so caught up in what we think that what we think continues to manifest, so we think it's true, because we're not going deeper into ourselves and asking us, who am I? Where am I? Why am I? Why am I here? So we can even break down those questions, and I'll give you a little taste. That way, if you're watching this for the first time, or if this is just reminding you, rehearting you, is that your questions are always going to open up more questions. You're never going to get the answer. That's why Ali and I say we don't have any answers for anybody. So anybody that comes to us for answers, you're in the wrong place. But a question opens up a deeper quest inside your heart, inside your soul. And if you open up to the question, then you'll discover deeper questions inside of yourself, that it's not about discovering the answer. It's not about a destination. It's about the journey of self-discovery, of self-mastery, of self-love. Whatever words we want to fill those voids in, that it transcends the words. Because we all know that if I watched a movie and I try to share that movie with you, until you watch that movie, I can bling it up, I can splice it up, I can dissect it, I can explain it in 1,000 different ways. And until you've watched that movie, it doesn't make sense, it doesn't hit home, and it's not your experience. So, with that being said, I thank you for being here. I thank you for loving you. Continue to be your misfit, strange, weird self. Because our children, even us as children, we didn't give ourselves permission to be weird, because we were told to fit in boxes and to be structured and to be, politically, sociologically, psychologically, religiously, educatively, conceptually, thoughtfully correct. And I don't want to be correct, because I don't want to be right or wrong. I just want to be me. And in being me, that's what fills my heart. And of course, being me is a daily adventure, a daily journey, a daily treasure, a daily gift, that when I can say I don't know nothing, I don't get caught in what I think I know. It's an invitation to realize the gift of life. It is a gift. It is truly a gift. So I invite you to open up the gift of you. Oh, me too, yes. Victoria says amen. Oh, thank you. So thank you for being here and sharing this sacred space with yourself, because I'm just a mirror of that. Even as I share, more comes. And it's like we can be here all day, because that's the gift of being you, of trusting you, of opening up to you, which is really one. As I open up to me, I open up to you, I open up to God, I open up to all that is. Because if I can't trust me, then that means I can't trust my divine. And so many are trusting the divine, continuously not trusting themselves. And that's an oxymoron. That's just my perspective. You don't have to believe anything that I say. But how many people are in, enlightenment schools, religious schools, education and universities and all this, and they work so hard, and at the end of the day, they can't even trust themselves. They work so hard on doing the best that they can. I've been there, and I know it's a torture unlike any other. And if you're there, please, please reach out. You're not alone. Because the greatest gift, and I'll tell you from personal experience, does this mean, let me just point something out very clear real quick. Does this mean that I 100% trust myself? Of course not. I'll take a new venture, I'll take a new experience, I'll go on to a new experience, I'll go on to a new adventure, And I'll find ways and things that are unconsciously coming up that I still need to work on deeper trust issues. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm there. Of course not. But what I can guarantee is that I'm more trusting than I've ever been within myself, that I'm not looking to get to that absolute point of trust, because then I'll set myself up. I'll be like, oh, I'm not there. I'll be comparing points and all this stuff. This is what I mean, that we're trying to be something, and in trying to be it, we're affirming that we're not it. But if you just surrender to being, that is the absolute faith. That is the absolute trust. That is the absolute jewel that awakens life itself. That reawakens life itself, because it's already awake. It's already here. It's just for those that are ready to really get out of their own way to receive what's already here. So, thank you everyone for joining and being here. And I'm going to honor myself and honoring you, that the more that I give, we're not going to receive what is now. So I've even died to the sense of wanting to give, because there's also a discipline, there's also a necessity in trusting that what we gave is enough, trusting what we did is enough, trusting how we showed up is enough, trusting, because there's also a sense of overworking ourselves to death. So the last thing I'm going to share is, as I hear this truck going by, I'm going to show you. See those trash cans? See that trash guy? I'm going to tell you when he goes by. And I wish I could redo this in Spanish, but it is what it is. I'll tell you the message right now why. Thank you. You can't see me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the reason why I highlighted this, because to me that's so close to home. Trying to be our beautiful selves, we hold on to the garbage, right? And it doesn't matter lower class, middle class, or upper class. You can have a mansion there. They still do that. They still put their trash to be taken. Yes, Mom? Thank you, Mom. So Mom was just updating me with some updates. She's so precious. There she goes. Say hi, Mom. No? Okay. So basically, this is the conclusion of today's message, because this is an important one. We can't talk about beauty. We can't talk about gloriousness. We can't talk about greatness if we don't talk about what's necessary. Now, like I said, it doesn't matter if you're poor, middle, or upper, or whatever you want to call that. To me, we're all one. I don't see one that has a mansion or a little shack as any different. And those of you that know me, you know my heart. And anyways, so when you see that trash can, it doesn't matter who you are. That trash, that sanitation truck, I honor and I bless them every time, because they don't get the praise that they're just due. Because imagine if they didn't come and pick up your trash. Just sit there and ask yourself, imagine if they didn't come up and pick my trash. And here's another question. When they picked up your trash, would you say, oh, no, I'm too good for you to take my trash? No, my life is great. I don't need my trash taken out. No, I love my trash. Please, leave my trash alone. Do you tell the trash man that? We don't. So the reason why I share this metaphor is that's what we say to resistance. Oh, no, resistance, I'm not ready. No. The pain. oh no, I want more of this pain because I still don't want the lesson. So, without going too much in context, is that just like the sanitation truck that went by, doing their jobs beautifully, because if it wasn't for them, imagine how much trash would be piled up in our yard or in our home or in our backyard, because the trash wouldn't just disappear. It wouldn't just, go on its own and say, okay, I'm done. You've used me, now I can go. This is emotional. This is psychological. This is the metaphorical of conceptual and our thoughts and all that we accumulate, that we don't allow the lessons to, I don't want to say words that, alchemize, that transform, that transmute, meaning to go from one state to another, because that trash will become something else. And if it's recycled, it'll really be reused. But here's my point, is how much are we holding on to, wanting beauty outside of ourselves, when we're not really willing to get rid of what no longer serves us? And I'm going to show you. When this trash is full, and we need to wash it from the inside. I know there's people that wash these cans. If you guys know anybody, please let me know, because sometimes I don't have time to do it, but that's even an excuse, right? So look at how light this trash can is, this bin, right? So let me put it on me. Look how light this bin is, because it's been emptied, right? And there's no room for me to get through. I'll have to move the truck. But my point to conclude the message is that, how heavy do you feel? How stuck do you think you are? How overwhelming does life get? But have you allowed the sanitation to take your trash, which is your soul? Have you allowed your soul to do what it does best? Are you waiting for someone to save you? Or are you waiting for someone to do it for you? Because no one can do it for you. And I'm going to be bold enough to say, which I trust that I'm not offending anybody watching this, because the truth is I can't offend you. These are just words that are coming out of my mouth. But I'm speaking from a vibrational place, that from personal experience, that if I didn't get rid of my trash, I wouldn't be here today. And it's not trash, but I'm giving a metaphor, because really it's alchemical gold. It's the jewel that we judge, that when we transform the abuse, the anger, the sadness, the violence, the the addictions, the coming from drugs, coming from prison, coming from all of that, all of that has served me. Because this is why, even when challenging things come at me, I'm like, I've been through challenges. This is nothing, right? So it's been a gift. It's been a great gift to go through all that suffering and all that pain, because really it wasn't suffering pain. It was purposeful journey. So if any of you, like I said earlier, if any of you need assistance or any kind of guidance, please, we don't have answers, but I'm choosing my words very carefully, because even then, I don't want to sound like a savior. I don't want to sound like I have what you need, because I don't. I don't have anything that you need. I'm just a mirror to remind all of you what you already have. And we can rediscover that and relive that together. That's why I love what I do, because the more that I serve, the more that I remember myself. And the more that I remember myself, the more that I can serve. And it's like this, it's this dynamic dynamo, this continuum, that once you start it, it never stops. But it's starting it that's key. So, I have a guy in Chamber who washes. I have a guy in. Are you somewhere? You're not in. I thought you were in Yuma. I have a guy in Chamber who washes them. Ooh. Oh my gosh! I think you know. I think you know where you are. You think I know? You think you know where I am? Awesome. Are you in Yuma, Victoria? Are you talking about the Chamber of Commerce? So, I would advise you to go back and rewind this video or replay this video, because there was a lot of jewels that I gave today that if I would have gave them to my younger self, it would have prevented me from living a life of more confusion. Because I honestly believed I was somewhere out there, someone had the answers, someone was going to save me, or something was going to save me getting to a certain destination. So, long story short, we're here. You're not alone. And the benefits that you all have now that I didn't have is overwhelmingly in your favor. But just be conscientious of who you listen to. And be conscientious even of not who you listen to, but of what you believe. Because believe also sets us up. Always be willing to question everything. And like I say all the time, even question this video, question this message, because it's not the absolute truth. It is crumbs pointing you to truth, but it's not absolute. You'll discover it for yourself. I know, right? I love the birds. So, with that being said, and I've shown you that I can go on and on and on, not that I'm trying to prove anything, but I'm telling you, like, I can sit here for doing nothing, and all of a sudden just wisdom, intelligence, life just flows. I can do, I'm even, one day I'm just going to get on the video every time I get a realization. Because this is the abundance of the heart. This is the abundance that cannot be sought outside of us. It must be surrendered and flowed from within us. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Victoria, for being here. For Patty Pierce. And I'm not sure if I see you anymore, Debbie Divine. But please share this message, because I don't want people to have to go through what I went through. And if they need to go through what I went through to fulfill their purpose, I don't want to take away from that, because I'm not a savior. But I do desire for those that we agreed to hear each other so that we can be more genuine with one another in the world. So please share this message. And if anybody comes to mind, that's your intuition sharing or telling you that that person needs to hear this message. So thank you, everyone. We'll see you on the next live. Remember to ground for life. I'm grounding right here with the tree. Look at that. Remember to ground for life, because you can even put your feet on a tree. You're connected. Anyways, remember to ground for life. Shout outs to the Juice Garden. Hydrate life. Hydrate for life. And if you didn't watch my water video, Victoria and Patty, I think I seen you on the water video, Patty, but go watch my water video, because there's a reason why. I've always shared about water, but I'm more convicted or convinced more than ever about the blessings of water. And I love water, and water's our foundation. That's why they connected with the spirit. Cheers. That's why they baptize people in water. There's a secret beyond the secret. That's why they drink, or no, that's why they sprinkle holy water. Cheers to the Juice Garden. That's the only thing. I need to wear a bib, because sometimes these jars, they spill. So make sure you're not staining your clothes when you drink your juices. Or if you do, hey, be a child about it. Don't judge yourself, because look. And if you watch, I did a video where I ripped up my shirt. Go watch that video. because I talk about how we're so attached to our identity that we literally sabotage our lives because we think that we're a fixed identity, when really we're a multi-dimensional, multifaceted, abundant being. So remember to breathe life. I gotta remind myself of that all the time. Right, Victoria? And remember, lastly, to play and be life, just like these birds, like Victoria shared. These birds know how to play. And you can tell the serious ones from the playful ones. And you can tell from the serious ones and the playful ones who's really living. Because the serious ones are missing out. The playful ones, oh my gosh, they're open to the abundance of life. So don't be so serious. Play with you. And I mean that in a very loving way. Play with you. Because this is one life. And the one thing is, we won't regret the things that we've done more than the torturous regret when we don't do the work of the things that we didn't get to do, that we should have done, that we thought we should have done. But you are here now. So everything that you've done was beautiful, perfect. So now just be conscious about it. Be conscientious. Be present. Blessings. That's why we connect, right? Victoria, I feel you. Oh, she says yes and K. We'll definitely connect. Patty says thank you. Can't really see. Prima? Are you guys cousins? Oh, she says that's why I'm so proud of you. Oh, thank you, Victoria. Really? Well, I received that because I've been gaining this wisdom too. I received that. Full-heartedly, I received that. So thank you. And I share that back because I'm your mirror. So as proud of you are of me, because you really see what's inside of you. Because I'm no different. And like I said, I'm owning to receive the blessings. So that's a whole nother video, how we just reject the blessings because we're like, oh, you are too. No, I receive it. But I also love and I live to share that we're just mirrors of one another. The proudness that you see in me is the proudness of you. Because I'm simply a mirror. And life is just a mirror. Yes, definitely. I'll message you. Looking forward to it. So, I love you all. Blessings. Rebecca Grace Arce, thank you for joining us. Have a great day, everyone. And have a great life. Oh, she says, I've seen your rebirth. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Those were the days, weren't they, Victoria? And they were all purposeful. Because I'm grateful for you being in my life. Because I wouldn't be where I am without you in my life, Victoria. I wouldn't be right here where I am. Because a conversation, an experience, every moment added to this moment. So if I never met you, if I never spoke to you, if you never shared your love and your wisdom with me, I wouldn't be here. So I honor your rebirth as well, because that's why we're here. So I receive and I honor you, because we're all just mirrors of the one, mirroring, reflecting our way back home. All we are is just mirrors. We're mirrors within mirrors. And the more conscious, here goes another class. We're all just mirrors within mirrors, reminding, reflecting, mirroring ourselves back home. And the more we can be conscious of the mirror of responsibility, the ability to respond within ourselves, the more that we'll realize how sovereign and free we are. That when we can take that responsibility of how life is mirroring back to us, then we will really realize how powerful we are. Banook, blessings, beautiful soul. I met Banook yesterday at the wetlands. He takes beautiful pictures of birds. Go look at his pictures. Love you, Banook. I was blessed to meet you yesterday. You don't know how much you gifted me. And you are such a beautiful mare. And I'm honored to have met you, reconnected with you yesterday. Because you're just a beautiful mare. And I'm grateful to have met you. Love you too, Michael. And we're going to connect, Banook. We're going to connect. Thank you so much. So, Banook, I would love, well, I mean, they can connect with you on here. But I would love if they could see your pictures. He takes beautiful pictures of birds. And you talk about nature's gathering. Anyways, I'm going to go on a whole nother tangent. But Banook really honors nature. He's been doing this for what, Banook? 3 years? I mean, 3 years out there taking pictures of birds. There's so much wisdom in that. I bet you Banook can share so much wisdom of what he's gained from birds that it'll blow us out of the water. Victoria says, I want to see. Because we all mirror wisdom. Anyways, that's a whole nother video. See, we can go on and on and on. And it's not easy because I just want to share and give and be so much that this will turn into an hour video. So I'm going to be disciplined and I'm going to let 6 years. Wow. And see, when I see this community, when I see this love, I mean, this is when I feel like I should stay. Because now, this is a manifestation for me. Because I want to build community. I want to build relationships. I want to build partnerships. Like from now on, Victoria's going to go see Banook's birds. And Banook's birds are going to fulfill their purpose because they want to be seen. They want to be celebrated. They want to be honored. So we don't know what transformations are going to come from Victoria and Banook connecting. So, do you see how this works? I'm speaking to those that might not see the profoundness in what's just being shared right now. Let me take a breath. And I'm shaking right now. That's why the phone is shaking. This is just, I love this. As I breathe, I'm going to show you the trees. Beautiful trees, says Banook. And you know what? The beautiful thing about this is, and it goes with the video, right? Victoria, if you go back to the beginning, Banook, I said, what's stopping you? What's hindering you from being your beautiful self? Be-You-Til-Full self. And when you look at a tree, it's like, there's no tree better than another tree. It's specifically the tree that it's designed to be. That nature shaped it, that the seasons shaped it, that the seasons formed it. Because each branch serves a purpose for a bird, for a caterpillar, for an ant. Its deep level of service goes beyond what I can share on this video. This plant serves a purpose. Each leaf that falls down serves a specific purpose. And the leaf that falls knows that it's meant to fall. So Banook says, last night I got to see the beaver that I seen before. I got pictures and videos of the beaver. Oh, wow. I'm going to go check that out. I become a kid. Because I am a kid. Who am I kidding? I am a kid. I don't want to grow up. Remember that song? Oh my gosh, how does it go? I think it's Toys R Us. I'm a big kid now. Or no. It says, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us. That's it. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Blah, 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 blah. I don't remember the rest of it. But that's my life. Like, I don't want to grow up. If I ever grow up, I don't want to say anything because words have power. I don't want to grow up. I know that maturity is one thing. Oh, this guy that I met yesterday, he says, I'm not a grown-up, but I love growing up, or something like that. But he said it so profoundly. And he's also a bird watcher, Banook. I'm sure you've probably seen them. They were a couple, a lady and a beautiful lady and a beautiful man. We'll call them seasoned, because I don't like to say old. I don't believe in old, because we're all infinite beings. We're just appearing to be younger and older and, different than one another, but we're all one. Just like I shared earlier, there's no tree, not one of us is better or lesser than the other. So, Victoria says, me too. I'm a big kid. I'm a big, yes. Oh, the movie Big. I gotta go watch that again. Oh my gosh, if I watched Big again, remember that movie with Tom Cruise? And look, we got a visitor. It's okay. He didn't trust me in the beginning. Or he or she didn't trust me. But they're coming closer. They're nature cats. Victoria says, yes, the other is a dipper. Oh, the other is a diaper commercial. That is the same as I feel, says Banook. Tom Hanks. What did I say? Tom Cruise? Did I say Tom Cruise? Oh my gosh, I'm shifting. But seriously, when you meet me, Banook knows, I became a kid right when I seen you. Like, not became, because it's always there. But I was just quiet. And when I seen Banook, oh my gosh, I just get taken away by nature. And I just become, my child opens up to such a level that it's just amazing. So thank you, Banook. Thank you, Victoria. And always have been, says Victoria. Yes. We had some good times, didn't we? So, ask yourself that question, because I'm going to post it in the feed, because I really desire to serve more people. And if you feel like life is overwhelming, distracting, hindering, challenging, confusing, especially with what a lot of people are experiencing now, is please reach out. We'll figure out a way how we can help you. And if we can't help you, we'll find those that can help you. Help yourself. Let me rephrase that. We'll help you help yourself. Or we'll find someone that can help you help yourself, because we want everybody to experience these blessings and this abundance. That's not even monetarily. Money doesn't fill that void. It's that childlike, fulfilled nature that doesn't fill the void. It remembers there's no void. Just like children. Now it's becoming different. But just like a child, there he goes. Just like a child can play with a stick, a leaf. They could play with that for hours. Because their imagination has no barriers, no boundaries. That's what humanity is missing. The wisdom of that. And I'll be sharing more on some more videos, because I got much more to come. Much less to come, because less is more. So, what's hindering you? What's causing you to think that's stopping you from being your Be-You-Til-Full Self? Because that's true beauty, when you're being you. True beauty is not outside. It'll never be found outside. It is something that is realized, that is experienced, that is lived, that is enjoyed. Thank you, everyone. Yes, my dear friend, says Victoria. You're welcome, says Banuk. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to wrap it up because I know we can go on and on and on. Thank you, Banuk. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Patty Pierce. Thank you, Debbie Divine. And thank you for those that watched this that I can't see, because you've all contributed to the beautiful mirrors that you are. So thank you, everyone. Carmen Salcido, gracias, thanks. Oh, Carmen, we love you. A beautiful student of ours and a beautiful, beautiful soul that is doing so much beauty in her world and in the world. Carmen, I would not be the same. I would not be here without you. I love you, Carmen, because you've matured me, you've humbled me, you've reawakened me as a beautiful mirror that you are. Such love, such a gift that you are. I love you. Blessings. And I can only love you because I love me. Remind yourself that. And there goes another. But you can only love as much as you love yourself. Because you can't give from an empty cup. You can't give from an empty wallet. You gotta invest in yourself. Love yourself. Honor yourself. Trust yourself. Be yourself before you can genuinely give to others. Because we've all started somewhere. I'm not saying that, giving to others without giving to you doesn't work, doesn't help. Of course. But it's time that we graduate and we mature by stopping that hamster's wheel, that chaotic cycle that we think doing more is going to fulfill us, by doing less within us. And I really believe from personal experience, when you do more for yourself, that the less that you do out here is going to be more quality, more intensified, more magnified, because it's going to appear less, but it's going to be more. Because Victoria knows, those that know me, from the life that I had before, I always wanted to help people. I always gave. I was a drug dealer, and I gave my drugs away. Everything that I did, I wanted to give. I wanted to help others, because when you're a drug addict, you think drugs are going to help. So that's a whole nother video in of itself. But I've always been a person that wants to help, wants to give, wants to do. I highlight everyone that I'm around, even in the darkness that I lived. Victoria knows. But I never gave to myself. So because I was always betraying myself, that's the mirror that always showed up for me. Victoria says, I loved who you are then and more now. Thank you, Victoria. You're going to make me cry. Let me put the trees, because you know what? No, I'm going to be genuine. Thank you, Victoria. See how I wanted to run away from the camera? Because as men, we're not taught to cry. But you really touched my heart, because you're such an inspiration to me. And I know I told you when I knew you that you inspire me. But now with this more clarity, but clearer clarity, the awareness, oh my gosh, words. I wish we could just communicate with our words and we could just get it. But you always knew how much you have a special place in my heart. Remember those hugs? I would always hug you. Even though I was so lost inside of myself, your beauty, your presence brought so much to me. Carmen says, we are one. Yes, Victoria says, you're so special to me. And was sad we lost touch. Thank you, I'm teared up. Aw, I love you. And you know what? We never lost each other. We just had to mature in our own way, because we wouldn't be where we are talking the way we are. I'll be honest with you, I'd be in prison or dead or a 42, I even forgot my age, 41 or 42, 79, 89, 99, 2009, 2019, 2021, 42 year. I don't live by the clock anymore. So, you know, I used to be embarrassed that I didn't know my own age, but I'm glad I don't know my own age, because I don't live by the clock. I live by my soul. So, yeah, I'd be a 42-year young gangster trying to make a name for myself, fighting over territories, colors, streets, conceptual thoughts and ideas that I thought were mine, being miserable, not knowing who to trust. So, I wouldn't give anything for the life that I lived and I'm living. I don't care how many millions were thrown in my face. I don't care how many objects and shiny objects and all of that. People that know me know that I've sacrificed. I've had opportunities given to me that if I would have compromised my message, I'd be super successful. Anyways, that's the ego. I don't need to share that. I am where I am. A lot of pain is coming up right now that I'm going to work. And see, this is the constant work, because I'm showing you on camera that I'm not there. But that pain that, like, I feel like, you know, I've gave so much, but why don't people believe me? Because I don't need people to believe me. I just need to be me. So thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. Because you are the catalyst that showed up right now. It's not that people aren't showing up because, you know, life is being unfair to me. People haven't shown up to the extent that I desire. I desire to serve hundreds of thousands of people, because that's how much need is needed right now. But the reason why they haven't shown up is because I've been looking for them to show up. But no more. I'm just going to be me. I don't need anyone to show up, because they're already here. This is humbling. That, Carmen, I know you would tell me. And I appreciate your words. I appreciate your wisdom. Then no more. That's why I over-deliver. And I'm being very vulnerable, because I don't care what people think. If I could be a mirror, what not to do. And even sharing this message, I wasn't being my beautiful self. Wow. And that ego wants to fight. That ego wants to say, you're good. But it's the soul that says, are you willing to give everything that you think you are? Are you willing to give everything that you think for me to show you who you are? Yes. Profound, big yes. And I daily remind myself, as in this moment, I'm going to mirror, as that I'm willing to die right now. I'm willing to die right now to honor my greatest version of me, of the one mirror I am, of the one. Because if I'm not living my great purpose, I don't want to live. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be a disservice to myself, and I don't want to be a disservice to you. Great day. How's it going? What's going on? I love you, brother. Oh gosh, what a mirror. That was me. Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence that showed up, because that's life as the mirror. You just seen the magic of what I'm talking about. That's how much I used to beat myself up. This guy is talking to himself, saying how much of a screw up he is. Because that's what I used to do all my life. Victoria, you know, I used to say how much of a screw up I was. I hated myself. And I want to go save him. I want to go save him. Because I've been there. But if I'm meant to meet him, if I'm meant to talk to him, he will show up in my life. I can't save anyone. I can't save everyone. I can't save anyone. But what I can do is just honor the guidance that comes from within. Wow, I wasn't expecting this. Talk about humble pie. But make sure you eat your humble pie, because it's delicious. It might not taste good. It might not taste good in the moment because the ego is saying it doesn't taste good. And let me just say, I love my ego. Excuse me, I love the ego. It's not mine. I love the ego because it serves its purpose. Just like I was sharing about the vehicle earlier. Oh no, I shared that on a download. I recorded. So I didn't share that on the video. But I recorded a download that I got before I did this video, which I'll be sharing in the days to come, so stay tuned. But the ego serves so much that I just need to reprogram that language with the ego. So when I eat that humble pie, the ego says, "Ugh, that doesn't taste good." Just like when we're reintroduced to fruits and vegetables, we're like, "Oh, that doesn't taste good," but it's so healthy, it's so holistic. It's what my body craves. So it's reprogramming that I think is not good, because this is a meal. Carmen knows. She's a juice garden fanatic or whatever. What do you call it? Carmen, you love your juice garden, right? But Carmen knows that in the beginning it's not easy to drink your juices, because we weren't taught that this is a meal. This is more than a meal. Of course, each person is their own, so you got to know what serves and what doesn't serve a person. But I'm saying that just like that humble pie that I got right now, it's like the brain wants to say, no, I don't want to eat that. I don't want to taste that. I don't want to live that. But the soul is like, trust me. Remember, and I'm going to give you the example again, myself, the trash can. The brain sees it as trash, as it doesn't want it because it's trash. It hurts, the pain. I want pleasure, I don't want pain. And in wanting pleasure, we avoid the pain, because in pain, that's how we cultivate and reawaken the wisdom of the jewels of life. So, like I said, there was so much wisdom and gold and jewels shared on this video. I guarantee you, if you break apart this video, you won't need to come to us. You won't need to come to a coach or to a mentor for that. But we always need a coach and a mentor, because we don't know everything. I have coaches. My wife has coaches. We have mentors that we're grateful. So if you don't have a coach, if you don't have a mentor, and it could be somebody that you trust, start somewhere. Don't think that you know everything, because that is the refusal to eat humble pie. Unless you're doing the deeper dive, that we can be self-taught, but it takes a tremendous amount of courage, a tremendous amount of ability to die to what you don't know. And it's not something that is just easily done. So, thank you everyone. We're going on 1 hour. Blessings. Thank you all for being here. Love you. Namaste. Oh, you gave me your phone number. Okay. I'll contact you. We're on Messenger. Oh, Victoria says, you helped me and you always were so respectful. Always. You know that. That's one thing that I would say. I was a gentleman in a gangster mentality. And That's a whole nother video in of itself. But to be a gangster and to be a gentleman, I had to fight a lot, because a lot of people didn't believe that I was a gangster because I was so nice. I was so respectful. And those worlds didn't mix very easily. And that's just like the micro macro of what I'm sharing today. It's like the humble pie doesn't go along with, or being honest with yourself doesn't go along with, thinking positive, being positive, loving life. Because in order to love life, you got to be unconditional with life. You got to love every aspect of you, of every aspect of life. So it doesn't go along with positivity. Because positivity, and I'm saying this with love, when negativity comes, you're going to shy away from it. You're going to run from it. You're going to reject it. And that's what's going to awaken wisdom. That's what's going to awaken the life within you. So, of course, start where you're at. Don't believe anything that I'm saying. Start where you're at. But I'm telling you, unconditionally love yourself, and you will reflect more unconditional love within the world. And imagine if more people live with unconditional love. No conditions on each other. It reminds me of that song. Imagine all the people living life in peace, or living life. It's the Beatles, I believe, or no. You say I'm just a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. And when we live the world as one. I don't remember what song that is, but let me see if any of you know it. We need to share, says Victoria. Yes, we do. Your vibration, we don't need words. Oh, thank you, Victoria. Appreciate that. It's not your job. Let him, her work through you. Beautiful, Carmen. And that's what I'm grateful for you. Because a couple sessions ago, you told me that. And I realized it to a deeper level today. Thank you. We're all just walking hand in hand vibrationally, heart and hearts, back home together. Oh, hi. And the birds just came. And more birds. Give him water. Yes, we would talk long talks, right? Oh, you meant give him water. Even if I tried, he wouldn't. Yeah, I felt it. He's perfect right where he's at. And I know it's a hard pill to swallow for most, but if I can see the perfectness in others, because I see the perfectness in me. I mean, look at what we went through, Victoria. Look at what all of us went through. If we didn't go through what we went through, we wouldn't be where we are today. If somebody tried to save us more, or not show up for us, that showed up for us, we wouldn't be here today. He did. True, I don't know. Okay, it does. Thanks, brother, says Zeb Frazier. Thank you, Zeb Frazier. Blessings, beautiful soul. Zeb Frazier, are we friends? Carmen says, I have to go. Love you. Love you too. Zeb, thank you for sharing John Lennon. It's Imagine, right? The song is Imagine. But I'm going to ask you if we can all go listen to that song, because vibrationally, that's my mission. That's my mission. And anybody that knows me, now more than ever, I'm here for all of you, because I'm here for all of me. And when we're here for all of me and each other, all of I, we're here for all of we. And we're here for all of we come back to the I, because we're all one. Thank you, everyone. Blessings. I love you all. Zeb Frazier, I'm going to be connecting with you. I don't know if I have you as a friend. Do I? Let me see. I screenshotted you so I can connect with you. Thank you. Blessings, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great life, because life is now. So again, if you can comment in the comments when I post the post, I really appreciate that, is what is stopping you, hindering you, challenging you from being your Be-You-Til-Full self. Blessings. I miss you. Be safe. Miss you too. We'll be in touch, Victoria. Much love to all. Please share this video. Before I go, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is in our profile. Connect with us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and we are officially now on Clubhouse. Because the more you help us, you can see that we're here to help the world. So please vote for us by voting for yourself, and you vote for the world, because we're here to transform the world together. We're here. I didn't want to say we're not here to play around, because we're here to play, but we're here to play so we can play with the world together as one. Blessings. Namaste.